Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a great holiday weekend, even though it's almost over unfortunately. I'm back with another DVD update. In my last video I mentioned that I have a package on its way to me with one of the rarest DVDs in the world. This is not that DVD. The package has not arrived yet, due to it being the weekend and now today's a holiday, but hopefully it will arrive sometime this week. So I figured in the spirit of things, and while I wait for my package, I would do a DVD update of some of the rarest DVDs in my collection. Nothing too extravagant. I'm not going to do any box sets, any tins, anything like that. But basically standard discs that are no longer in print or have been re-released since, or are pretty rare to some extent. Going through a collection of 3,000 plus DVDs, it was pretty hard to find just a handful of DVDs to show up to you guys. So I tried to pick some out that have some type of special quality to them, and I figured I might even do these videos in parts and maybe not release them back to back, but do a few videos of some of the rarest DVDs in my collection. So for the first one, I decided to start off with this. This is Swamp Thing. This is the original Region 1 MGM release. If you don't know the story about this is actually was released with the PG rating on the box. However, it is actually the international version of the film, containing extra footage of Adrienne Barbeau swimming naked, and basically wasn't in print long because of that incorrection on the box. It's very hard to find now. I mean, it goes for pretty high prices online. I was actually lucky enough to find this in a store. It was a used copy, but it looks brand new. It looks like the disc was hardly ever played. And luckily enough, I was in the right place at the right time. So this has been since re-released by MGM with the regular original PG version. So they got it right that time. But we want the extra footage. I don't know why they couldn't re-release it, just correct the rating on it, rather than re-release it and keep the rating and correct the actual footage. I mean, we want to see more. I mean, it may just be a few extra seconds of nudity, but hey, if some people, that's just their cup of tea, I mean, no matter what it is, I always like the extra footage. I mean, whether it be gore or even dialogue sometimes, sometimes it drags the film down, but, it's just nice to see what the director was going for. But anyway, Swamp Thing, as I said. Next up we have B Nimble. Now, I know most of you probably don't know much about this film. I can say that I really didn't know too much as well. I had purchased a Fangoria book. I believe it was called The 101 Best Horror Movies You've Never Seen, something like that, and this was actually in there, and I read the description, found it pretty interesting, and decided, hey, that's something I might enjoy watching. Looked for the DVD, found out it was out of print. A few months, looked in stores, kept checking for it, never coming up with anything. Started looking online, still couldn't find it anywhere, not even on eBay. So I decided to post a Want It Now ad on eBay, and luckily enough, I had someone post back within about a week responding saying, I have a copy I'm willing to get rid of, and I gave them the offer, and they accepted, and I got it here, and I can safely say I've never seen it in stores. I've never seen it online. Maybe actually I lied. I saw it online once after that on eBay, and it went for a very, very high price, a lot higher than what I paid for it. So it's definitely a rare DVD. As you can see there, that's Alexis Arquette before the long blonde hair makeup transformation. No insult to anyone there. I'm just saying, if you know his story, then you can see the difference there. You all may also know him as George from The Wedding Singer. But yeah, this is him, before those days, and he actually has a really good performance in this movie. I won't give too much away about it. If you guys want to know what it's about, National Movie Database, Google, anything. There's plenty of ways to find out what it's about, and if it really sounds like it's worth it, go on a hunt for it. I mean, it took me some time, but I did find a copy, and do me a favor and leave me comments. If anybody has seen this movie, anybody owns it, I'd be curious to find out, because I don't know anybody specifically who owns this DVD other than myself. As I said, I've never seen it in stores, and just curious to know what everybody thinks about it. Next up we have The Little Shop of Horrors. This is the 1986 version starring Rick Moranis. Some of you might be saying, hey, I see this DVD all the time, that's not that rare. But here's the difference. If you look up, this is the special edition. You see on the side there as well, slightly different than the one you all may know. This is the special recalled version that included the alternate ending. As you can see on the back there, you probably can't read it, but it does include the alternate ending, and is the alternate ending's fault, basically, that this DVD was recalled. I guess there were some issues with that ending being released. It wasn't supposed to, and the DVD was only on shelves for a few days, I believe, before it was taken off and recalled. And I actually had to find this online. I found this from another collector. Luckily, dealing with collectors, you you usually find them in pristine condition. I mean, it came just to me just as I would send it out to somebody else. It was absolutely perfect, and very, very fortunate that I could get it, because I know it's a highly sought out DVD. A lot of people think this is one of the rarest DVDs in the world because of that, because of the fact that it only lasted on shelves for a few days. But it's definitely something worth watching. The alternate ending is definitely cool to have. It's a good movie overall, but yeah, it's definitely a great inclusion in my collection. Next up, I have Children of the Corn 2. Now, for any of you who don't know, this is the rarest of the Children of the Corn movies to find on DVD. It's long out of print. I had seen this one time other than when I purchased it, and it was pretty banged up. The packaging was smashed up, the disc was shaking around, so I just knew it would be full of scratches. So, I was pretty disappointed, because I remember it was a pretty good price, and it just wasn't worth it to me at the time to buy it. And luckily, a few months later, I was in actually the same store, only a different location, and they had another used copy, and I bought it right away. It was really good condition, as you can see, and I bought it, and I haven't seen it since then. So this is the one that's hard to find in the collection, especially for completists, for people who want to buy every movie in a series. I mean, the rest of them are all pretty easy to find, and it just sucks having number 1, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and so on, and not having number 2. So here it is, guys. This is Children of the Corn 2. Good luck finding it. Like I said, it took me some time to find this one as well. But I mean, I'm not even really that big of a fan of the Children of the Corn movies, I can say. I actually only own this one and Children of the Corn 1, despite my huge collection. It's funny, but I knew that this DVD was very rare, and I do enjoy the first one. I actually enjoy this one as well. So picked it up, added it to my collection, and here it is. Now we have a very, very rare DVD. This is the Evil Dead. This is the Blockbuster exclusive. The thing so rare about this is that only certain Blockbuster stores actually received this edition, and only Blockbuster stores received it. So, as you can see, it's a completely different cover than any of the other Evil Dead releases. It is released by Anchor Bay as well. The spine is slightly different than the other releases as well. Basically, it's a disc that contains the same features as the Book of the Dead edition, which I do own as well. I mean, the big difference here really is the cover art. I mean, I am a completist. I like to collect, especially movies that I like. I really like the Evil Dead movies, so I really like to collect every version of the Evil Dead possible that I can possibly find. I just think it's pretty cool. I mean, especially this, something being so rare. And it took me a long time to find a Blockbuster location that actually had this edition. And when I finally did, I mean, I told the guy right out, I was like, listen, I'm renting this, and I'm not bringing it back. And he kind of laughed at me, and, he actually allowed me to purchase it at that point, because a lot of times they don't let you purchase the DVDs they have for rental. But luckily I got a nice guy. He let me buy it right out, and here it is. So the Evil Dead Blockbuster exclusive. Very hard to find. Lastly, these are really, really cool. These are Heathers, the movie Heathers, obviously. A lot of you probably have the Winona Ryder cover, or at least have seen that one, which is right over here. As you can see, the Veronica Sawyer cover, Winona Ryder. This is the cover that's more readily available. I obviously own it. This is the one you'll see in stores, as well as the new edition that's come out. So, I also own the original Heathers cover, released by Anchor Bay. I also own the Heathers Anchor Bay tin, and I also own the locker. So I'm pretty much a Heathers completist as well. However, these are probably the rarest of all the Heathers DVDs. There's also a Jason Dean cover. This is the character that Christian Slater plays in the film. And there's also the other Heather cover. It's more of like a red color. So these are the only two I have found as of right now. I've searched for these for years. You know, I didn't even really know they existed. I mean, I saw online that they did, but I had never ever seen them. I didn't know anybody who had ever even seen them. And actually, just recently, within the last month or so, I found both of these. You know, I started out with this one. I found this at a retail location, a used copy. Snatched it right up. Didn't even look at the price, but luckily it was, you know, very, very reasonable for a used copy. Then I was at the same exact store just a couple weeks after, and I found this cover. They just really interest me. You know, I mean, they're so rare, and I don't know why. There's nothing really special about them. It's the same exact disc inside as the Winona Ryder cover, but the only thing different is the cover art, the characters on the cover, and the color theme. So, as you see, you know, I mean, this is more of like the brownish and yellowish tint. This is the greenish tint. You know, this is Heather Duke, Shannon Doherty cover. Just really interesting to me, you know. Same thing, guys. Anybody has these covers? Anybody's seen them? Comment below. I would love to find the other two, just to add to my collection. But you know, I mean, that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I don't bore you guys, but I thought it'd be pretty interesting to show off some things that you guys might not see too much. I'll be back pretty soon. Hopefully my next video will be of the package I keep mentioning. There was actually a clue in this pile of DVDs as to what the DVD I will be receiving is. So hopefully you guys can figure it out. Let's be honest, after seeing this video, it shouldn't be too hard to figure out. I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot.